Laura mediumship and messages. Here you can enjoy healing to happiness with exceptional, evidential, and ethical spirit communications. Spirit medium Laura has been channeling spirit for over 30 years. She is a research medium and is featured as a top 100 psychic in America. Here is Spirit medium Laura now.
Hi, everybody. This is me, Laura. So happy to be with you this afternoon. I am very awake, thank God. Some of the shows I've done here sounds like I'm going to fall asleep any moment. Anyway, I apologize to those who I was speaking to in the queue waiting to speak to me about going so quickly, but I only had a few moments left and I wanted to try to clear as many people as possible. And Susie B is here now. I see her in the queue. Thank you, Susie, for being here. And there'll be there's a couple of other people that she'll be clearing in a little while. She likes to listen to the beginning of the show, so she might not get to until I'm done with the channeling and the group message and all that, which brings me to the website for the show. There is a website for the show, and it is called spiritmediumtv.com. That's spiritmediumtv.com, and there you would have the distinct pleasure of watching me live in front of a video camera. I'm also broadcasting this live on Facebook Live on my public figure page, which is Spirit Medium Laura. So either way, you can get to see the radio show. And if you're seeing the radio show, well, lo and behold, it becomes a TV show. So that's why the website is spiritmediumtv.com. I'm focusing a lot, or actually my whole business has been focused for a number of years on this concept of soul abundance. And that's why I call the show Soul Abundance. And if you're wondering what that means, I'm just going to give you a quick overview. But basically, you could love, L.O.V.E, your life with soul abundance, meaning you would love your life. And actually, the way to love your life, to move from healing to happiness, is with the love steps based on the soul, based on the abundant soul, like live in the flow of miracles, bliss, and joy, open to your soul's purpose, which is a higher vibration of miracles, if you will, to allow you to vibrate at this higher frequency. When you are vibrating at a higher frequency, when your harmonic resonance is a higher frequency, that means moving from three-dimensional thinking, which is limited, okay, to fifth-dimensional thinking and experience, which is miraculous by our standards, because there's always higher standards, we enter what is called our God flow. Now, I very subtly just spelled the word love. L was live in the flow of miracles and bliss. Hi there on Facebook. Open your soul's purpose, your higher frequency, and vibrate in accordance with that frequency, meaning that you would be experiencing miracles and magic on a daily basis, which allows you to enjoy God flow, guidance, opportunities, and destiny. A lot of people would put that as synchronicity. But when we fight who we really are, okay, when we're fighting our true essence, our soul's purpose for this lifetime, then we fall out of alignment. We live at a lower vibrational frequency, which would include more suffering. Less magic, more suffering. Go figure. Which one would you choose? More magic, more bliss, or less magic, more suffering? So that's what this is all about. That's what my practice is about, my work is about, my products are about. I have education on this. I have a book on it. I have a video course on it. I have a free video. So when you add yourself to the mailing list, you get that free video. You have to add yourself, though. And those people, I took some email names when I was pre-screening. I will send you a link to that video. So you're on my mailing list. Once you're on my mailing list, if you sign up yourself, and if you're listening now to the radio show, you can sign up for the mailing list and obtain your free Soul Abundance video. It's a webinar. Just go to the spiritmediumtv.com, and in the upper right corner of that webpage, you will see the sign-up form, and you're joining my mailing list. And by the way, you also will be in to win a private session with me. So it's all good. If you want to be in the queue to obtain a reading, we already have a lot of people waiting, but there is a phone number to call, which moves you from watching wherever you are, maybe on Blog Talk Radio, or on Spirit Medium TV, or on Facebook Live, or a myriad of other places that I sent this out. If you want to move into the queue where I actually open the phone lines to you, that's 347 is the phone number. 347 is the phone number, 945-5849. Okay? And there you'll find a myriad of resources, one of which is watching me at the bottom of that page and a live video feed. Also, there's other links there. There's a sale. You can always get a sale and a private session with me from spiritmediumtv.com. Explains how in item 1. Hi, Susie. So if you want a sale, it's item 1 on spiritmediumtv.com, and you can get a third more time automatically than that which you pay for by simply writing in the event code field when you make your purchase of time, simply writing there radio show, and then I will provide for you more time automatically. You can also enter the contest to win time with me and also your free soul abundance video at spiritmediumtv.com in the upper right portion of the screen. You can also jump the gate. So if you're calling the show on a regular basis and I still haven't been able to get to you, my apologies, by the way, my distinct apologies. Simply do the jump the gate, the 8 no wait. It's item 3 on spiritmediumtv.com. If you have an urgent matter that just can't wait, donate 8 and jump the gate. And I also have something on getting certification. If you are interested in studying metaphysics subjects, particularly leading towards being a spiritual healer based on the soul, or soul abundance, or mediumship, whatever you want to call it, that is there at item 4. I also like to mention a little testimonial. I have one picked out for you of people working with me. Here's one nice from Daniela. It was such a joy. Please forgive me, everybody who's on Facebook Live, but I'm going to move moving the video over. It was such a joy to connect with you today, says Daniela. The guidance I received from you in spirit was way beyond my expectation. I got news for you. Hi, Sophia. Hi, Tina Sophia. I have news for you. When spirit comes through, it's way beyond my expectation as well. So in any event, she says, I got so much clarity and understanding of what was blocking me with regards to my business and also what I needed to change in order to move in the right direction that she desires. She hardly can start to wait. She can hardly wait to start our work together. What happened to Daniela? Actually, I don't know where she went because we didn't start our work together. Hello, Daniela, if you're out there. Just a little aside. Okay, next thing I like to do when I'm working with you all during the radio show, it's like a little bit of a webinar, if you will. Let me just take a moment before I continue to say hello to Tina Sophia, which I just said hello to on Facebook Live. Dawn Putnam, hello, Dawn. Hello, Dawn. And Jeff. Okay. And Jeff, my dear, you have to call that number that's in the post, which is 347-945. Let me get the exact number. 5849, and then you can get in the queue because I don't do readings. And the answer is yes, by the way. I don't know, all of a sudden an answer came in to you, Jeff, that you will start your mediumship. No, you're going to be continuing with that, honey. You're not done with it, Jeff. But if you want to get in a little more detail, just go to that phone number. Call it 347 area code 945-5849. Okay. So what's the focus subject today? I've been writing a couple of articles. I already wrote 2, and today was the 3rd one. Just spit out. I am want to do that. I'm kind of like, these things just pop out of me. But they create themselves, which is part of living in that now space, the magic of now. And the magic of God flow, if you will, is learning how to live intuitively. So I live intuitively. At least as much as I can afford to do, or that I can conjure to do. And actually that word conjure, woo, it's a great word for today. I didn't plan it that way, but here it is. How to be happy with a vibration alignment, another concept, vibration alignment. And my basic steps for you to achieve happiness is L-O-V-E, so that you can love your life. And the steps are love, L-O-V-E, your life. You're processing your life. And in these steps, the L is letting go of resistance. My first article this series is listening to your inner child. That's one way to let go of resistance. Finally getting that little inner voice that's crying all the time, listening to it. That's your inner child. Second article in this series goes to the O letter of the word love, creating from the now. So I would say, if we're following the steps, is open the now. Open the now. And how do you do that? How do you live in the now? How do you open your now? Is the second article in this series. And the third article is how to be happy, vibration alignment. If you are listening to this at a future time and you don't know how to find these articles, just go to the categories box on the right side of my website, spiritmediumtv.com, being a page on my website, and you will find a category called How to Be Happy, and you will be able to find these articles. So today's vibration alignment. Now, what I really mean by vibration alignment is visual, like visualizing or affirming, these things that we do with the law of attraction, the secret kind of principles. And many of you know, they're quite limited. You can do your affirmations and go have a spirit board, or not, a creative visualization board, or a vision board, or whatever you want to call it, a vision board. But you still might not be vibrationally aligning with your inner self, that higher self, that soul self. There's something really, really powerful about your soul. That is the essence of what I am about. That's what I teach. And also, I'm a medium, so I talk to souls. We're going to do some of that in a little while. So anyway, this particular article talks about how to use magic. Okay, I don't have that in a lot of places, but I do have it in the course, and I may be writing more about this. But I like magic. I like ceremony. Okay, it works for me. Who knows? Maybe I was a witch in a past lifetime. I'm not a witch this lifetime, unless you consider me a spiritual healer, because I'm a kind and loving person. I work from spiritual law. However, I have noticed, and I think that you will notice this too, if you do develop your third eye, that you can be much better at manifesting. Because what happens is that connection, that communication between your will and universal mind, that means outside of yourself, and then your inner self is better. You have better telepathy. Okay, the more psychic you've developed, the more psychic you are, the better you can project events. Hi, Kate. So in this particular article, I talk a little bit about ceremony, magic. The guides come in and say they love it. They love this. And one of the little ideas they have is, for example, if you're trying to manifest love in your life. We get a lot of that in this show. We get a lot of questions about getting back with somebody, or will this work out with a love interest, or will I find love? If you're doing it with money, it's the same kind of thing. But they say in this article I channeled just today, is, for example, if you want love, find yourself a pink candle. Maybe put a little bit of oil on it. Would have to do with rose petal oil. If you get a really good rose petal oil, it allows you to align with a frequency that's higher. Actually, rose oil, a good one, an organic and well-raised one, has the highest frequency of all the oils. So it raises your frequency. It's very good for manifesting. And a pink candle, and then you do a prayer. Thank you, God, for providing me my loving mate, partner, and put down specifics. So you have a prayer with a candle, okay, and an oil. And then on top of that, you might find yourself a little ring, maybe a symbolic ring of a wedding band, or an engagement ring, or a romantic connection ring, whatever you want to call it. Kate, honey, I can't change the volume, and my mic is right here. I find that if I put my headset on when I'm on Facebook, I can hear better. Okay, so I don't know what to say to you about that. Let me see something. No, I can't change it. Can't change the volume, honey. I think you have to turn it up a little bit on your end of wherever you're listening to this. Okay, so that's how to be happy with vibration alignment by using spiritual ceremony, if you will. Okay, so we're going to do a little channeled message for everybody listening. Okay, and that's your group message for today. And then we will go to the phone lines. Yay! And as much as I can make the messages I give for each person more universal, including mediumship. I do mediumship on this show. I say because that is a very high form of psychic delivery, just to let you know. So just bear with us. Okay, so everybody listening, if you would please uncross your arms and legs. Please start to breathe from your abdominal area. Allowing yourself to completely and gently let go of any circumstances that you're trying to control in your life. Opening up to spirit. Opening up to the idea that there's a benign energy and force aligning with all of you, each of you. It's there for you when you tap into it. So breathing in deeply from your abdominal area. And exhaling deeply from your abdominal area. I would like each of you, if you're looking for an other side connection, to please ask your loved one or loved ones to come in now. If you're looking for an answer to a life question, if you would please fashion a question in your mind, something specific. Okay, we do not want background, we just want the question. That's the best way for you to get the best answer. While you do that, I'm going to go do the prayer silently. I'll be back in a millisecond. And now what I need you all to do on your next exhale of breath, I need you to release into your space your energy, and I will connect us. One moment, please. Okay. 1 second, please, while I pull in the ones or whatever guides want to come in, actually, in love and light and higher vibration. We are here. We are the ones. We have come in today to speak about love as we usually do. We always speak about love because love is the most important vibration that one might be able to align with. We say might be able to align with, for on the earth plane, the opposite is true. You come in, each of you has chosen to be here on earth for a specific reason, and that is to experience the deficiency or absence of love. Yes, indeed. In the earth karmic plane, the plane of karma on earth, and we distinguish between other planes on earth by saying that, but in the karmic plane on earth, one will experience the absence of feeling connected, feeling lucky, feeling abundant, if you will. And that is all based on the soul's frequency level. Turn the dial up to higher frequency and one experiences luck. Turn the dial down and one experiences a lack of love, you see. And so therefore it is important to learn how to turn your dial, your frequency, to higher vibrational states. At higher vibrational states, you will experience things come to you easier. Is it not odd then that the absence of love is self-abnegation, self-hate? You see, when you love yourself, you will listen more to your inner voice, the child within you. And that inner voice will tell you what you truly want on a simple soul level. And so if you come to earth and you are attempting to attain things that have to do with nothing but what other people tell you you should want, versus what you really do want. If you are marching to the drumbeat of others versus your authentic inner voice, your inner soul self, you will find it difficult, very, very difficult to obtain that which you want this lifetime. People who become derelicts, who are unhappy, who are displaced, misplaced, perhaps have addictions, they are having trouble tuning in to their higher self, the higher plane. And so Earth can house those on many different dimensions all at the same time. Some people on earth can live in an astral plane of suffering, and we would call them the unrequited individuals. Some people can live in a higher plane, a plane of finding joy, living in joy, living in a state of self and other love. It is important then to align with this higher state. We will allow you one chance to do so today. However, you have, as a soul, infinite chances to align with your abundance, not just today, but any day. And the exercise is the following. Ask yourself today what it is you could do that would bring you the utmost joy within the confines of your particular relationship with self. In other words, within your limitations. Ask yourself what you truly want. The more you ask yourself and give yourself what you want, the more you will have. It is a very simple principle. Tune into your inner voice, and your outer world will become much more joyful. Namaste. Okay, that's nice. Very nice little message. All right, we've got Evelyn who wants an other side connection. She's one of the earlier people I did speak with, and I'm looking to see if there's anybody else here wanting that. All righty, going to Evelyn. Hi, Evelyn.
Hello, Laura.
Hi, sweetheart. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Good. All right, let's see who's there for Evelyn. Hold on one second, Evelyn. Pause. I keep feeling that there's more of a male figure for you than female at the moment. Let me see if I can develop that a little bit. It may not be who you want, so just bear with me, darling. The souls that need to come through come through. Hold on. There's a father figure here for you.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like he has a stomach on him, a little bit more porcelain. Porcelain? No, a little bit more. Whatever the word is, my mind is like a sieve right now. Portly is the word. Portly, and carrying a little bit of extra weight in the stomach area. He looks like he's casual, easygoing dress right now. He wears glasses. Has a ruddier or white complexion, white hair. Hair's in the shorter side, but not crew cut, just a little bit longer than that. And it looks like he's just hanging out, like he could be a grandpa or a father. I don't really know yet what he, exactly where he fits in the realm of things. He's got a cardiovascular issue and or heart issue, if you will, that's towards the end of his life. He also likes to take it easy, like looks like he likes to fish, actually, most specifically, and that might be just symbolic of liking to just do things, have hobbies, that kind of a thing. He lives near you, towards the end of his life, and actually lives near you most of his life. He's not really very far away from you when he's on Earth. And he also says there's a mother figure with him for you as well. Now, would you understand this from what I've said, please, for anyone you would know? I can give you more detail.
Well, it sounds more like a grandpa because my dad was not big at all. And he didn't have gray hair. He was more salt and pepper black, more.
Okay. Well, would you remember any of your grandparents then?
Oh, yeah, I know my grandparents. But my one grandpa that I know had gray hair, and it was on my mom's side.
Okay. And would you understand he carried a little extra weight in his stomach area, please?
I didn't really know him. I didn't see him towards the end, so he might have been a little bit more round.
All right. Well, he's here. Okay, he's coming in. Whoever it is, I'm assuming it's your grandpa. Okay, on your mother's side of the family. I'll give you one or two more things. But he also wears a little hat on his head. He's really casual, relaxed. He just likes to not doing too much towards the end of his life, like casual and relaxed. There's features he's given me of his face. He's got. His nose is more on a Anglo-Saxon side versus a hooked or hanging nose. I don't know how to say these things. I'm not using the right words, but it's got more of a flatter kind of face versus a Semitic looking face. His nose is a little bit more on the goes straight, and it's got a little bit of fleshiness at the tip and a little bit of wideness at the nostrils, if you will. He's a kind and sweet guy, really, really sweet and kind. He knows a lot about a lot of things. He's master of no specific thing. I just need to get you to see if you could hook with him, honey, because there's somebody else he's trying to bring in with him. Okay, I want to, I don't want you to think we're going through this long process just to bring him in.
Well, actually, sometimes you're kind of describing a little bit like my husband who's passed. He was rounder. He had more like the gray hair coming in.
Oh, well, there you go. Did he like to?
So sometimes I'm thinking it sounds more like him than my grandpa.
Oh, all right. Really kind.
Close to me.
Very.
We're together.
Oh, absolutely. Very close to you towards the end of his life, right? All right. So let me see.
We're really close.
All right. So let's see. He's portly, though. He's got a stomach. Would you understand that for Huz?
Yeah, he had a belly.
All right.
He had more of a stomach on him than anybody else I was thinking of.
All right. Likes to drink beer, he says, from time to time. Would you understand that? All right. Loves this beer. He goes, and he's got a sense of humor. He goes, and he licks his he licks his chops. He says, you know what I mean, hon. He says, you're very kind to me. He says, when I'm on earth with you, he says, even now you're very kind to me. You think about me all the time. And how, how much you loved me and everything else, and how much I loved you, and what a great life we had together and relationship. And I also feel there are children under you. I see 2 at least. Would you understand that, please? Okay.
Yep.
He says, the salt of love is in the belly. Interesting. What do you mean by that? I'm asking him. I mean that when you can love somebody with a belly, like I had, he says, I know you really loved me. So he's making a little joke, okay? The salt of love is in the belly. And he says, I love you, love you, love you, love you so much. Now, he also had shown me something about his health. I just want to go back and double check, love, Eileen. Evelyn, rather, before I continue. Hold on. There is an Eileen in the queue also, so please forgive me. Okay, honey, I'm looking at him, and I'm going to ask him something. It's a failing heart. Would you understand that? A heart problem, please.
No.
Okay, I'm going to leave that alone. I'm getting mixed messages about that right now, so we'll leave that alone. Okay. All right, hold on one second. And also, would you understand that he liked, okay, he's telling me I was a creative type, but he also shows me something about fishing. So if he didn't literally like to go fishing, I'm going to find out, because he might use it as a way of saying, I just like to goof off a lot. Sometimes people use that phrase, I'm off fishing. Let me see what he means. I'm creative. I have a heart of gold. I try to help a lot of people when I'm on earth. I don't really succeed at that, however. Most people do not listen to me when I tell them what to do. He laughs a little bit. I have no idea what that means. He also suggests that he likes to smoke cigarettes. Would you understand that, please?
Yes, I do understand that.
All right. So so we've got the beer, we got the cigarettes. Probably something to do with his passing cigarettes. That takes a toll on his health. There's a lot of coughing, and there's other things that are going on in his lungs about this. Would you understand that, please?
The lungs was an issue.
Okay. You see, they usually will tell me the smoking, not because they're trying to show off or anything and just try to give me a validation, but usually when they give me smoking, it has something to do with the lungs and then passing and everything. He says coughing a lot. He's not feeling well. Not much energy towards the end. Feeling blue and melancholy. You try to help him out as best you can. There's no real coming back from the sickness that he created in his own body through his own actions. He takes responsibility for that now. He says, please forgive me for leaving you so soon, Evelyn. He says he feels you've never really forgiven him for that, and he wants you to forgive him. He knows you love him, but he's saying you haven't really forgiven him for that. And he says, please forgive me. There's something about this more to be said, Evelyn. One second, please. The not forgiving me isn't, I don't mean to you, Evelyn, that you're hurting me. I'm just meaning that we all make our mistakes. I made my mistakes. I was selfish in that respect. See? I was selfish in that respect, and I wouldn't listen to you. And even to this day, you have sometimes bitter thoughts about that. I know you love me, even when you have the bitter thoughts, but I'm just saying I was a victim of my own He says stupidity. Please forgive me, Evelyn. I'm not thinking of others, and not thinking of others, but only of thinking of myself. He says, I love you dearly. He says, part of my life review was to review this action of myself and to plan to do that differently in another opportunity if presented to me, he says, from spirit world. He says, the kingdom of God is a good one. He says, I love it here very much. He says, I love you very much. Please take care of the family for me. And he also shows a grandchild, a young child, a boy. That would be either, maybe that child's not here yet, or maybe that child has arrived. But I just see a young child that would be a grandchild. And it looks like it's a male. Would you understand that, please?
I don't have any grandkids. We have 2 kids together, but he had a son prior to our marriage, but I don't know anything about, I don't know where that child is, but my kids don't have kids yet.
Well, they're
our kids.
Okay. So I would say that probably you have a daughter, right?
Yeah.
She's the older one?
Yes.
Okay. She's going to have a child soon. She's going to be the first one to launch a child, and that's what he's saying. And I think it's going to be a male. This is what he's showing me. You're getting nervous. Don't be nervous.
No, matter of fact, her and her boyfriend are moving in together this weekend, so it's kind of not shocking me.
See,
yet on the other hand,
well, see what I mean?
she's in her late 20s, so she's not like 18 or anything like that. So she's old enough.
Okay. Well,
has a boyfriend,
yeah. So they're moving in together. I think he's making, a lot of people come to this show and to me as a medium, a psychic, to say, oh, will you read my fortune? I won't read your fortune unless spirit brings me in. I won't read the future unless spirit brings me in, because otherwise it's fake and contrived. Spirit will show you things if they're pretty sure, pretty evident. So this is a pretty evident thing. So let's see what happens. Okay.
Right.
All right, sweetheart. Thank you so much for calling in, love. God bless.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Have
honey.
a good day.
Thanks.
And Happy New Year.
Thank you, too. Bye-bye, love. Bye. Okay, if you would like a private session with me, you really want to treat yourself good, just go to booklaura.com, and there you can obtain a reading and obtain a third more time, which is a private discount for radio show listeners. Okay, and you do that when you pay for your session. Say you pay for 30 minutes, you'll get a third more time, which is 10 minutes. You have to put event code radio show in the event code field, and then I'll know, and then I will give that to you. And it is my great pleasure and my great calling to be there for you. As an intermediary to the voice of spirit to you, I am now going to Eileen, who's very patiently waited, and she was the first caller. Actually, she's the first person I spoke to when I was clearing the call lines. Hey, Eileen, how are you doing?
Hi, Laura.
Hi, honey.
I'm doing really well. I loved your intro. That's how I live my life, so I totally get it.
Oh, wow. And you know what? Can I say anything about your last name to people out there?
Please.
Okay, so I'm looking at her last name. I happened to get it for some reason when she was talking, not psychically, she gave it to me. And I looked at it, I says, oh, Sites. Can I spell it for them? They'll know. She has a website. She's a public figure, so I guess she doesn't want to be silent about this. Is Eileen Seitz, SEITZ.com. So I'm sitting here. I'm really dopey today, everybody. Which by the way is great for psychic work, but I'm kind of like in a very etheric woo 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 mood. So I said to her, Seitz. Oh, that sounds like you can see things. I said, I bet that you have work that has to do with having vision, insight, maybe, hindsight and foresight and all this other sight. And she said, yes. And she said she's not going to tell me anything more right now because she wants to ask her question first. So go right ahead, Eileen, and ask your question, please.
So in my heart of hearts, I'm feeling the partner of my heart coming into my life in the very near future to create the completion why we both came to the earth to serve God.
So you're asking me if this person is coming in, or if you've met him or
Yeah.
her yet, or she, or who?
No, I have not
All right.
in this life.
Oh, you want to know if this
I
person
feel
will come?
him.
You feel him? Okay. Let me
Yeah.
see. Let me see if I could get you a validation on that. All right. So you're talking about your twin soul. Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on. You are ready for this now. This is true. 1 second, please. There could be a test. Hold on. Well, there's a few things that you're going to have to do before you meet him. He is on Earth. Okay. However, there's a chance that you won't meet him, and this is how it looks right now. There's a few validations or tests or portals that you need to go through, initiations, if you will, to be ready for the partnership. If you do pass through them, I'm going to see if I can get more information on what those things are. It looks like you will meet him in the last quarter of your life. The last part of your life, not right in the middle of your life, but in the last part of your life, and that it will be a very abundant and beautiful connection. However, you're not ready for him yet. This is what they're saying, and I'm going to see why. I hope I can give you something that's helpful here. Oh, because you are still arguing with yourself about certain principles of abundance you have not yet uncovered. When you uncover them, it has a lot to do with the letting go part of it. When you're letting go more, you will understand then that everything happens by letting go. It is frightening to let go when one still has remnants of 3D thinking. It is very difficult to let go. And on the earth plane, very few really have let go. We understand you're aware of this. We understand you're working with this. However, there still are residuals of this left in your karmic field. We would like to help clear them from you so you can enter abundant flow easier. We have been working with you for eons of time on this. You have come in as a forebearer of light to bring in the new dimension, the new healing principles. We are working with you on this. We have done a lot of clearing. The problem is, hold on. The problem is you're holding on to something that still hits you every now and then. It's a karmic belief from the past that blocks your complete flow. It's like being in a factory that once manufactured cigarettes. There's still remnants of the smell of smoke. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. It's not easy for me to get, darling. I have to really let you know. They're trying to give it to me. Hold on. You're holding on to the past for something that you did before that you didn't like in your life. It still comes up every now and then, like a bad joke. Or a bad meal that you didn't digest, or something that chokes you from time to time, is a feeling of insecurity about the self, about not letting go earlier in life. Okay, so it's a feeling about not letting go earlier in life. If only I had known this when I was younger. We would like you to now realize and reset that vibrational belief to, I know this now, and the now is all that matters. We are now working with you on fundamental principles to realign and reset the vibrational frequency from forward to back, backward forward to future, in all ways, so that your harmonic resonance goes back to 0 point. At this point, 0 point, you will be fine, and you will be able to pull in that soulmate, or better put, your twin flame. So it's an idea of a woulda, coulda, shoulda if I'd only known that earlier, and they're working with you on this. They're not going to work with me to you on this. They're working with you on this directly. Sometimes I do healing on the show, but is that. And so let me see if they could give you anything that you need to do that would help with the healing of this or the release of this. It's basically just get that out of your thinking. Next time it comes in, let it go. The more you let it go, the more it will go. It's just a matter of habitual thinking. So it's a habit. And you could also use a little self-hypnosis or self-suggestion on that. Everything is done the way it needs to be done. Mistakes were there for your growth. They're not mistakes. They're simply opportunities for growth. Remember, there are no mistakes, dear one. There are no mistakes. So that's basically what it is, darling. Okay? I hope that makes sense to you, darling.
I'm totally understanding the fact that there are no mistakes, and I'm in that latter part of my life at this point now. I'm in my mid-60s, so I'm on the last hike, so to speak.
Well, then you're probably ready for
transformation.
All right. So there's just a little bit left, and when that
I don't know what it is, though. I guess I need to ask my angels and God to give me the words so that I can see what I'm not seeing correctly.
Well, they just said
right?
what they
On an intuitive level.
You can ask yourself, but they said just now is that it's just a hiccup every now and then, and as soon as it's a habit of thinking. There's still a thinking, if I'd only done this earlier, if I'd only thought this earlier.
I'm not. Okay, I'll try to look at that, but I don't beat myself up about things. I turn the page and I move forward, and I only see the future because today is all I have. And create from the moment I wake up. I can create anything I want because I'm a free spirit and I'm a free agent, and I work for myself. So I chose the right body for sure, so that I can go forward and affect other people in this world.
Okay, very well. And you're entitled to have that belief system. And the answer is, when the residue of the past is completely gone, it's very, very small amount, then he will pop in. So he's probably right around the corner.
Yeah, and you know what it is too, Laura? I have one last debt that I have to pay off. And once that happens, the past will be past.
Oh, interesting. Oh.
With an ex-husband.
Interesting.
So I know that this is the only glitch right now. I know intuitively. I know it materially. And he's already requested, do you think you can? And I'm going, 217 will be the time to do it.
Okay, well, there you go. So that could be part of that last bit of something that needs to happen. Yeah. And then you move into this new relationship. So anyway, it's coming in the end of your life. That's validated because you are in the end of your life. You're very near to releasing everything you need to release. And this last thing is something from the past that you still kind of know you have to release. And there it is. So there you go.
Yes.
Okay?
I love you, Laura.
Love you too.
Beautiful work that you're doing.
Same to you, honey.
I enjoy listening to you.
Thank you, honey. Thank you, love. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, and so we are going to move to Felicia, who I believe I did not work with yet. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, sweetheart. Hi. So just go ahead, honey, and give me your question, and we'll try to get you an answer.
Alrighty, I'm currently dating someone, and I just want to make sure that I'm not wasting my time.
Oh, well, I'm sure that there's never any wasted time when it comes to love.
All right. I'm tired of kissing frogs and ending up with frogs. So
frogs. All right. So now, oh my God, you've said so many things I could respond to. Wasting time. Frogs. Okay. So first part of the answer is I'm going to lecture you. So please brace yourself, grab something and hold on to it. Well, no, nothing mean or anything, nothing bad. But just basically think about it. When we're believing that there are frogs, we have frogs. When we're believing that we're wasting our time, then we're wasting our time. So much about the answer depends on belief systems. And, all of this is set up for me to be able to say this. In other words, I might not have said this to you 2 weeks ago, but this is where I'm at today, and you were supposed to come to me and hear it today. So part of the answer is I'm going to be looking at that. I'm going to look at your belief systems. Now, give me the initials of this person, please.
AB.
A as in apple, D as in doll, B as in boy. Okay, so we're going to say A is in abundance, and B is in bountiful. Okay, hold on. Is Felicia? Is this the one for Beth? The best. Is AB the right one for Felicia? Yes or no? He's a good guy. He seems like he's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Seems to give you a lot of stuff. Gives you a lot. I don't know what they mean by that. Maybe they mean that they could tell me, but you're saying he is very abundant. He does give a lot. He's a very kind person, gives a lot of his heart, his soul, his time. He is emotionally mature. He doesn't look like he's terribly rich or financially rich, but he is comfortable. You know, he has a job. He's got a good income. You know, he's all that wonderful stuff. He's not like a, jet setter. He's a stable human being. It looks like he has a nice big husky build to him. Would you understand that, please?
No.
Doesn't look thin to me.
Not really.
Oh, is he real tiny?
Well, I mean, he's like almost 180, I guess, and he's like 6 foot. So.
Okay, that's thin for 6 foot. Yeah. All right. Well, let me just say something. I see a man. Okay, I take everything I get. Okay, there's a man. I don't know if he's somebody from the past or somebody you knew or where he fits in all this, but he reminds me. This guy's got a bulkier build. He's more not fat or anything. Just got a more of a chest development and that kind of thing than AB would have. And he looks like he is emotionally mature. He's given you a lot in the past. He's a very giving person. I don't know who he is really. I shouldn't say in the past, but they're saying he's a very giving, emotionally mature individual. And they do say you've known him in the past. And he actually works in a government kind of job, either in law enforcement or first responder or something like that. He seems like that kind of a person. Would you know anybody like that, please?
Yes, I dated a police officer back when.
Oh, well, he must have left he left quite an impression on you. Whoa. All right.
Yeah, he occasionally still reaches out. So
yeah, they just said that the same thing to me. They just said he reaches out, he comes back every now and then, or tries to get back into your life every now and then. He does love you. He doesn't seem to process that you've let go. Okay, he can't seem to understand that, and he does want to come back in. So now I have to go back to the first question, because when I'm asking the spirit the question, are you wasting your time with AB, and they show me this guy from the past, that means something. Let's see what they're trying to say. Okay.
I'm totally confused.
I know. Hold on, honey. Hold on. Is she wasting her time with AB? Yes or no? Well, he will never. No one can ever really love you the way this other guy loved you. Oh. You're never going to really get the same out of anyone else. So the problem is here, and I can't, spend too much time with one person, as you would understand. But there needs to be something done here for you to be satisfied. If you really you really don't want the past guy. You don't want him. I'm assuming. I don't think you do, or for some reason in your mind you don't want him. Okay, but in you, there's also a feeling, which you may not realize, of no one's measuring up to the amount of giving that this ex-police officer, his commitment to you, his interest level in you. And so, even though you may not want that person back, you hold this ideal of what a man should do or be or how they should be. This is kind of like what I'm getting. So most of the people that you meet, including AB, don't seem to rise to that occasion. Now, it doesn't mean AB's not right for you, because AB, this is what the Spirit is saying, can give you a lot as well, but it just would be different. So you need to clear up what you're looking for a little bit, and then AB will be fine for you. There are many people who could be right for you, but they can't be the same. See, each person is unique. The police officer had his way, and that was unique to him. No one is going to ever do what he did, but there's going to be other people. So AB could be a good one for you, and it's just a matter of you and your thinking, and not letting anyone, not measuring up people to what was once given to you. I hope that makes.
he was a cheater, so I'm hoping that no one else is living up to that. That's why we're not together now.
I know, but I know. I mean, I know, honey. But he also seemed to give you something, maybe a feeling that you can't get easily with someone else. And so what they want you to, right? What they want you to understand, because you might probably were hurt more by this ex-police officer than anyone else, and maybe you take that as meaning you have feelings there that haven't really quite released, or maybe you feel that you loved him more than other people. There's a certain feeling. So the feelings are complicated. So what we want you to know as your guides, I'm bringing them in now, is that you have to let go of that unique situation. It had a specific energy charge to it, and be open to the falling in love. Okay, falling in love with somebody who's different. Your feelings would be not the same, they'd be different. Doesn't mean less important. Now, that also brings in another idea, Felicia, which is your initial question was, am I wasting my time, or is how many frogs do I have to go through? Remember we were talking about that? And so the feeling here that could be that's being spoken about is frogs and wasting time. See? So what I'm saying is you project from that horrible experience you had into new ones by thinking, or perhaps believing, this could potentially be another waste of my time, another frog. See what I'm saying? Okay. So they're saying, now I'm going to go to the pure essence of this man and give you the final answer. I know it's been a little confusing, but it has to be said, which is you're holding on to beliefs that you experienced from the past, and they're getting in the way. They're getting in the way. Let me go to AB. If she lets go of this idea, are you a pure soul that she can fall in love with, please? AB. Yes, you could fall in love with him. You have to let go of the idea of frogs, and you have to let go of the ideas of wasting your time and stop projecting it onto new people. This person is sincere. He means what he says, and he wants to give you things also. He wants to give you his heart. He wants to give you material things here and there. He's not wealthy, but he does want to give you things. And he wants to help you relieve the past and move towards a new future. And so I get a good on him, but there's so much of your belief systems that overstep all this, that last experience, that one experience, maybe it's not your last, but that experience that still sits, it's like a filter that you see the world through, that needs to clear out. That needs to clear out. And hopefully by virtue today and some of our conversation, you'll say to yourself, well, I might be projecting what happened in the past. Let me give this guy a chance. That's what they're telling you to do. Okay, sweetheart?
Okay. Thank you, Laura.
You're welcome, Felicia. Thank you, honey. Thank you, love. Bye-bye.
Have a good one.
Thanks, you too. Be blessed. Bye-bye, honey. Okay, I like what she said. Be blessed. Everybody be blessed. I like that. Be blessed. We're all here to be blessed, right? If you'd like a private session with me, go to booklaura.com as a radio show listener. If you put that in the event code field, radio show, you will obtain a third more time for what you pay for. I'm going to Shruti. Hello. Hi.
Happy New Year. How are you doing?
Happy New Year to you. I'm doing great. And how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Good.
Looking for new opportunities.
All right.
New opportunities. Got a surprise yesterday.
All right.
Got laid off from work.
Oh.
But I mean, the company is going down, so I wasn't expecting it because I've had solid performance. So I was a little bit surprised. I was expecting something maybe later during the year. So I'd already started looking for something outside.
Yes.
But now it's a little bit more focused, right?
No. Okay, so go ahead, honey, and give me a question about this, or I'll make one up.
So my question is regarding when will I find a new job and the insight regarding it.
When will you find a new job and insight regarding it? right, let's see what
So,
Spirit comes in with.
you know,
All right, Shruti.
thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. It's my pleasure and delight to be your intermediary today to your own spiritual guidance. 1 second, please, Shruti, at 480. You have many ideas about what you really want to do, but you're not listening to them. And so you're asking, when will you find the job and where's the insight? So it's like as if we're going to have to give you some ideas of how to hear your own ideas, because you're not hearing them. They're there, but there's maybe too many of them, and they're just going by quickly. You may be washing the dishes, and some thought comes in. You say, "Yeah, that's ridiculous." So let's see if we can do something with that first. You have to hear what you really, really want to do. And once you hear that and place it on paper, write it down, it will start coming to you. It's not about achievement anymore for you. You've done a lot. Okay, it's not about getting things anymore. You have a lot. It's about fulfilling yourself in a way you've never done before. And so we as your guides want to help you hear your inner soul, your inner part of you that is crying out to be heard, to be nurtured, to be loved. And we use these words very, very intelligently. We're choosing them for you because they're words of the inner child, as spoken about earlier. In other words, the inner child in you is craving to be heard. There is a part of you that wants to do something far more whimsical that you've never had a chance to do before. You see, as a child, you were not doing things that were playful enough, or you didn't really completely live out the childhood self, if you will. And now, how does one live out the childhood self when one is an adult? You're very serious. You've stuck your nose to the grindstone. You've received education, high marks in school. You've done everything the right way. And you've gotten all the applause for doing everything the right way you possibly could have gotten. Now you want more. Now you want to see yourself. Oh, interesting. Now you want to see yourself as others see you, as a mysterious child having a whimsical experience in the flow of life. What we mean by this is people see things in you that you would like to experience. In other words, people give you attributes that you really haven't fulfilled yet. They say things to you like, "You're so wonderful." And you say, "Where am I wonderful? How am I wonderful? I'm not doing what I really want to do with my life." And that is whimsical stuff. So let's go now. I'm going to see if I could get a whimsical idea or two for you. There is a process that you could go through, okay? And that would be to sit with a book, and start to complain to yourself. We start to find what we really want by saying what we don't like. And what you don't like from what they're telling me is, "I don't like my life. It feels too boxed in. I don't know how to get out of the box I'm in, okay, with what's around me now, okay? I just don't know how. I don't know how to have that whimsical, fun thing, but yet be fulfilling something. I don't want to just go off and play tiddlywinks somewhere. That's not fun. I want to do something that's magical, that has to do with me, what I know, all my years of therapy and counsel that I've given others. I want to be able to use it in a new, fundamental way that is also addressing the playful side of myself, the creative part of me." So this is what I'm getting, okay, for you, love. So what I'm seeing here is
90 seconds.
A counselor or a therapist. What do you do, honey? What have you done?
I actually, my background is in engineering and management.
Okay. So then there could be consulting with that, right? Consulting with that? Do you do any consulting with that, honey?
I've not done consulting. And actually, I was thinking, my background has always been in Fortune 500 companies.
60 seconds.
And I was thinking of going into the government, local government sector. More.
Okay, so what I'm getting for you is something less structured and more you. Okay, that's kind of what I'm. In other words,
Okay.
you've been your whole life. You've been in a more structured work, engineering, right? Methodical, scientific, all that. And they're saying if you could, that what's going on here is you're not hearing a part of you. Of course, you don't hear it. I'm trying to give it to you. That wants to do something that's more fun. Wants to do something that's more fun.
Okay.
But wouldn't throw out all your education, but maybe apply it in a new way. So I'm going to leave that with you because
10 seconds.
and I'm going to answer your question. Will you get a job in government, which is what you really want and you think you really want to do? The first part of the answer is probably not, because you don't really want that anymore. That's the first part of the answer. Okay, that's what all I've said is leads up to that. The second part of the answer is, let me just look at that. I think that you're going to be probably not doing that kind of work anymore, and you're going to want to do something new, and it will have something to do with consulting and or counseling or coaching others who want, here it is, who want to open up their life to new opportunities, perhaps in engineering or in other ways. You might, so this is like a coach, counselor, or you might just do consulting on engineering types, or showing engineers how to be more childlike. But let's say that you could apply engineering concepts to better living happy, living in flow, idealizing your life, creating structures, using engineering principles to get what you want in life. Now, I know that's out on a limb. Okay, I know that's not what you're thinking, but I have to. It's very, very different. And I think that you're ready for something different, and that's what the message is today. You're ready for something very, very different. So play with it a little bit, see what happens. Okay?
Okay. Yeah, I like the idea of journaling, so I'll start doing that.
Oh, okay, sweetie. Yeah, because I
appreciate it.
Sure, all good things come. All good things come to those who play. In other words, one of the problems in attaining true joy and bliss in our life is awakening the child. When we don't have the child awakened, when we shut the child down and we never bring the child back, we have less joy in our life, less magic in our life, and sometimes we start sabotaging. Okay? Sabotaging things, because on a deeper level, the playful level, the soul level, that child is part of your soul. Okay, that's my theory here. It's shut down and it can't help you. So now I want to ask you one other question, Shruti, because I'm very interested in you. I want to ask you something that just came through here. Have you been having problems getting work as an engineer? Have you been cut off from this job, cut off from that job? Have you had a series of events that make you feel that maybe this isn't working anymore? You're a little frightened about this?
Okay, so where I was working, getting promotion was difficult, but I understood that because of the company and the internal politics. That's why I started looking outside for positions. I've recently started looking within the last month or so. So,
and you got laid off.
I've gotten a couple of interviews. Yeah, and then I got laid off. And I'm okay with it. That part I'm okay. I was expecting it because the way the company is going.
Well, what I'm asking you.
I'm looking forward to my future now.
Well, okay.
Looking forward to the
future. All right. So anyway, the principle that I'm talking about is we have success. You're successful, okay, but not as successful as you could be if you were to tap into what you really love to do. You're so used to doing what's practical that you're not even addressing that. So my suggestion is to do a little journaling on this of what you don't like, to finalize what you do like, and go after that, understanding all of the different parts of what you have to offer. Okay?
That makes sense. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, love. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. It's been a lot of fun. I look forward to working with you all again on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, here on Facebook Live, here on Blog Talk Radio, here on SpiritMediumTV.com. And if you would like a private session, don't forget, booklaura.com gives you that. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.